Hi there. Good morning and happy Friday. Welcome back to Nick Can't Game or Can He, my video gaming channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope that your weekend is excellent as well. We're going back today into our Pro Wrestling Sim series. We've got uh, another two shows to do here, our Monday Nitro and Thursday Night Thunder. And so we'll get into that and flip over to the game and let's have some fun. So here we are. We are booked out for the shows that we're doing. And we're going to go ahead and start the first show. And after this, we'll see if there's anybody that we want to hire, and we'll see how the show goes. So we start the show with our opening show intro package featuring several of our top stars. Popularity gains across the board. 100% segment rating. Uh, we go. Our world champion goes into the ring. He starts talking about the possible challengers to his title. He says he's defended the title against the Flash of Nick Nemeth, and now he wants fire from some of the other people in the heavyweight division. And sorry, Kenta steps out from the back and says, "You want fire? I'll bring you legacy, and I'm coming for that title." Uh, Matt Riddle comes out and says, "Yo, bro, um, I bring chaos to this, and I want that title." And then the general manager Goldberg comes out and he says, "Next week we're going to have a triple threat match. The two of you against someone I will pick, and the winner will face Joe for the World Championship at the next PLE Wildfire." And yeah, that segment got a 95% rating. Next we have uh, new Cruiserweight Champion TJP coming out to the ring, uh, making an open challenge for his title, saying he'll defend it against anyone, anytime, and anywhere. And um, this is responded to by Mustafa Ali, who says, "I'm taking that title." And that gets a 68% score. And then we go to the match itself. TJP picks up the win, a 1.5-star match, 56% match rating. It looks like they don't have good chemistry as opponents, so they probably won't be facing each other again in the future. But TJP does hold on to the title, gains a little bit of popularity, and they both put in huge efforts, they just didn't work well together. Next we have CJ Perry premiering her new talk segment, chat show. She brings out Tessa Blanchard, who announces that she's going to be exclusive to Thursday night, to Thunder on Thursday nights going forward. And she intends to make a big splash in the women's division over there. And CJ talks about her previous match with Simon Miller for the television championship. And she says, "Simon didn't really beat me. He beat who I used to be." And then she announces that she's coming out with her own personalized version of the television championship next week. and she's going to debut it, and that is going to be a bigger, more beautiful belt uh, than the current television championship. And the segment ends with her saying, "This isn't over, it's just getting flawless." And the overall score for the segment was an 84%. We go to the ring, uh, continuing the story of Bobby Tyler and her group versus Sari and her stable of the Divine Desires. And they have a match together. They're both riding waves of momentum. It was a 3-star match. 72% overall match score. It was a bit of a chaotic match, and it really improved the crowd reactions. And the agent helped too. And after the match, Bobby's friends, Britt and Rosemary, come out, and the three of them get revenge on Sari for the attacks that she and her cohorts in the Divine Desire stable have made. And after that, Rosemary grabs a mic and she cuts a bit of a promo and then hands it off to Britt Baker, who announces that their alliance is now called the Resistance, and they will be working together to shut down and destroy the Divine Desires team. Next we go to the back. We see Eva Marie in Rick's office. She hands him a briefcase and he opens it and smiles. She says, she tells him Jessamine's out, Soraya's broken, Rhonda's vulnerable. It's time to put her in her place at my feet. And Rick hands her a contract, and the commentary team is asking, what exactly did Eva just buy with that briefcase? What's going to happen? Where is this going to go? And that gets an 84% for that segment. We go to commercial break. Advertisement for the latest round of t-shirts. T-shirts for Adam Page, Ash by Elegance, and Mariah May. And the advertising gets an 88% score. We have a non-title match for the Men's Tag Team Championship. Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Ted DiBiase Jr. of the New Legacy against Grayson Waller and Eric Bugenhagen, continuing the story of the feud between Grayson and the New Legacy. Everybody doing well. They're really great in tag team championships. Excellent star power and momentum. And a 1.5 star match, 70% overall match score. Davey Boy Smith Jr. picks up the win over Bugenhagen after a running power slam. And after the match, Waller grabs a microphone and says this isn't over. He wants another match, and he has some stipulations he wants to add to it. We go to the back. Mercedes Varnado is being interviewed by Nikki Garcia. Mercedes says, she beat Becky. She's the new champion. She'll beat Mariah too if she has the guts to step up. And if they want to fight each other first, that's fine. She'll wait for them to wear each other out, and she'll be watching. Next up is basically a no DQ match. what used to be called a Ravens Rules match with Lash Legend with her manager Raven at her side, going out to the ring and basically having a squash match against Viperous. She ends up clocking her with a weapon and then hitting a spine buster to get the pin. 1.5 star match. The crowd wasn't really there for it. 51% overall score. But she's continuing her rise in the company with her manager teaching her the ways of the dark side. And then we go to commercial again for the company's streaming platform, featuring Kairi Sane, world champion Joe Hendry, 2 of his challengers, and Samoa Joe, who has a match for the United States Championship later on the show. That advertisement gets an 82%. We go to the back. We see the Women's World Tag Team Champions watching videos of the competition in the Women's Tag Division to scout out their future opponents. Basically telling each other, looking at the camera saying, we want challengers and not pretenders. And let's see who has the guts to step up to us. And that gets a 95% segment score. We go to the ring. A match between the club of Gallows and Anderson versus Top Flight of Cedric Alexander and Myron Reed. And they put in a good match. 3.5 stars. 82% final match score. The Top Flight members were a little fatigued going into the match, and it showed. Carl Anderson picked up the win. And it was a chaotic match. The crowd loved it. The agents did a good job putting things together. And pretty decent match. We have a rematch from the PLE between Hangman Adam Page and EC3. They didn't quite manage to steal the show, and the crowd found it a bit exhausting. Adam Page won the rematch. 88% crowd reaction, 2-star match for an 80% overall match score. After the match, EC3 grabs a briefcase from under the ring and nails Adam Page with it and leaves him unconscious in the middle of the ring. And this isn't over yet. And that segment gets a 70%. We go back to a commercial break for the latest round of trading cards from the company, and that gets an 86% segment rating. And we go to the main event. Konosuke Takeshita defending his United States Championship against Samoa Joe. The commentary really hypes up Joe's brutality against Takeshita's precision. And Takeshita manages to hold on to the belt in a 4-star match, 100% crowd rating, 96% final score for the match. Excellent main event. They both put in huge efforts. Star power was really there. Got the crowd on their feet. The crowd enjoyed the big entrances for both men, and it was a great way to end the show. And our overall show rating was an 86%. We gained in popularity across the world, and we end the show. Evening passes and morning comes. the second day. And let's check our mail. We got 860,000 in ticket sales after the gate share clause. We made our regular 388,000 from Amazon Prime and had 2.5 million viewers. Is there anybody we might want to hire? TNA is looking to renew the contract of Lance Storm. How are they using him? They're using him as a staff, probably an agent. The agents that we have are pretty good. I don't know. I like him. He was one of my favorite wrestlers from the last year or so of WCW in real life. He's incredibly talented, and a good teacher, but I don't think I want to spend the money to try to hire him. Let's see. Anybody else? Our wrestler Nick Nemeth is starting his own podcast. He's in our main event. He's been quietly recording episodes in his spare time. Plans to release a weekly show. The first few episodes have already dropped, and he seems to be finding an audience. That's good. That'll help him with his star power for us. And let's move on to Wednesday. Nothing in the mail. Oh, he's a referee. We've got enough referees already. They're planning a big push for basically Braun Breaker. Unsurprising. He's pretty good. He's got a lot of star power. His contract expires next year. We can keep him on our short list and try to steal him away then. Anybody else that I've heard of with contracts coming up? I don't see anything, but let's go here and check just to be sure. Filter wrestler, filter hireable, and go by first by star power. There's really nobody I'm familiar with here that stands out as somebody I want to bring in. Let's now filter by overall marketability. No, I think we're good with what we've got. Okay. We move on to our next show on Thursday with Thunder. Nothing in today's mail. We go to the show. Well, let's see. Anybody been released or... Oh, yes, I almost forgot we hired him. But yes, Drew Galloway, the former Drew McIntyre, is now with our company. Okay. We have the show booked out. We have 23 minutes extra time. Let's add in Drew's debut. Do I want him to debut here, or do I want him to debut on Nitro? Okay, let's debut. Announcement, new signing, yes. We'll do that. And then have him actually show up on the Monday night show. AJ and Joey. Did I put him in the main event? Yes, he's in the main event. Let's move this towards the beginning of the show. There we go. We start the show. It looks like it's going to be a sellout, which is excellent. Yes, we're ready to begin the show. Our opening package, our weekly show intro, goes over well. Gets extra popularity for most of the people who are in it. 100% segment rating. The announce team makes the announcement that Drew is now working for us, and he will appear on Monday night's show. That gets an 86%. We go on to the next episode of CJ Perry's show, Beauty Breaks. This time she has Eva Marie on. She asks her about, what are her plans for Ronda, and she also has her personalized television title with her now. She's calling it the Flawless Television Championship. And that segment gets an 87% score rating. We go to the ring. Tessa Blanchard has her first match since coming back from injury a while back. She picks up a pretty easy win over Haley J. Haley's selling skill really worked. The crowd enjoyed Tessa's entrance. It was a 2-star match and a 59% overall match score. We go to commercial break for the latest action figures. An action figure for Tessa, for the tag team of Serpentine Splendor, Lady Maravilla and Vipress, for Liv Morgan, and for Macy Estrada. And that gets us a 91% segment score. Then we go to the match, and Serpentine Splendor has a tag team match against the TNA tag team of Barbie Hayden and Savannah Evans, because we have a working relationship with TNA, and they will occasionally loan us members of their Their roster, the crowd wasn't really into it. Uh, 2-star match, 43% overall match rating. After the match, our the Serpentine Splendor call out Beautiful Disasters, the Women's Tag Team Championship, and they say they want a title match. They're throwing their figurative hats into the ring and claiming the first shot at the Women's Tag Team Championship. Next, we have a backstage promo from the Resistance. Saying, we rise from ruin, not from glory, but from reckoning, for reckoning. And, yeah, their big catchphrase going forward will be rise from ruin. And that segment gets an 86%. We go to the ring. Bobby Tyler taking on Brandy Lauren. It was a little too chaotic for the fans. Did have a big spot in the match involving Bobby putting Brandy through a table. They weren't quite able to steal the show. But they're both getting waves of momentum. And it was a 54% overall match score. Samoa Joe is then interviewed by Shane McMahon. He says that this isn't over. He still intends to destroy Konosuke Takeshita, to come out on top, break his legacy, and cement his own legacy with the United States Championship, and that gets a 76% segment score. Next we have a women's match, 3-star match, Masha Slamovich against Nixon Newell. Good selling match, great effort. The crowd really isn't there for the women's matches, which is disappointing because it was a 3-star match. 52% overall score. We go to commercial break for the next round of action figures. New action figures for Britt Baker, Hangman, Brandy Lauren, Eva Marie, and Masha. 81% advertising score. 2 tag teams that now have new names. The team of Eric Bugenhagen and Grayson Waller are now known as the Varsity Athletes. And the team of Kerry Morton and Martin Casas are now known as the Team Reckless. And the crowd enjoyed Grayson and Eric's entrance. The agent did a good job putting the match together. And it was a 2.5-star match. 65% overall match score. And we go to the main event, which is another women's tag team match. This time it is the Resistance, being the team of Britt Baker and Rosemary, taking on 2 members of the Poly Queens, Alex Windsor and Rhea Van Dale, with Eva Marie at their side. And Britt Baker picks up the win by getting her lockjaw submission onto Alex Windsor. 2.5-star match. The crowd was really into this. 86% crowd reaction, 79% overall match score. And we close out the show. Slight dip in popularity in North America, but gaining popularity in the rest of the world. Our worst Thunder score in a while, 69% overall. We go to Friday and we see what's in our mail. Okay. We sold 14,667 tickets for a $931,000 profit, and that comes after the gate share clause. We made our regular $363,000 on Amazon Prime. Is there anybody who we might want to hire? Anybody that we know? No. Okay. Well, with that, we're going to close out the game and the episode. And I thank you so much for the time you spend with me. I am always grateful. Your kindness, love, and support means the absolute world to me. I love you all. Take my love with you everywhere you go. I will see you again very soon. Remember, be good to each other. It's the highest calling in all the world. Show each other kindness, compassion, mercy, and love. Have a wonderful weekend.